Hey there, macro machiners. We're back for another workout of the day. Today is an AMRAP for 23 minutes, as many rounds as possible. So it is called ELF off the shelf because we're getting off the shelf and we're working out. Okay, so it's 12 leg extensions, 12 box jumps, 40 double unders or 80 singles, 12 V-ups, and 12 Supermans. So we're gonna go through all of those movements and the modifications, and then you can get started. All right, so let's get started. So this is a great workout for at home because there's really very little equipment needed. So awesome. So okay, so we're gonna start with the leg extension. So there's a few ways we can do this and modifications. So if we're gonna do it on the ground, we can do it on the ground, and we want to extend out and come back and touch our feet. We can also place our hands on the ground. We really want to engage the core as we do this. And if we're just not ready for that, we can do leg extensions laying back, but we want to keep our head off the ground as well. And again, the whole time we want to be engaging that core. That's the important part of the movement. We can also do it on a box. Where we're sitting at the edge of the box and we're bringing our legs out. Box jumps. So back to the box. So we want to sit up at the box. We're going to be facing the box. We're going to get up nice and close. We're going to jump all the way up on the box where our feet, our whole foot is on the box. No cliffhangers. We want to be totally in the box and stand straight up, and we can either jump back down, jump back up, or we can step down and jump back up. Important part of this, again, no cliffhangers. We want to come all the way up. We want to jump as high as we can, so we don't want to land in a squat. We want to land in a quarter squat, not a full squat, a quarter squat. That's going to help prevent a lot of injuries, especially if you're struggling with knees or hips like I am. We really want to make sure we're jumping all the way up on the box. Now, modifications would be lowering the box. We can stack up some plates to a height we feel comfortable with. If we don't have a box or we're just not ready to jump on anything, that's okay. We can do jumping squats. So what we want to do is we want to keep our feet about hip width or slightly wider. Our toes are going to be slightly pointed outward. We're going to bring our knees out, not forward, not in. We're going to come out. This is going to ensure that our foot stays flat on the ground. We do not want to be rolling up on our heels, so if we come forward in our squat, we automatically roll on those toes. So in order to prevent that, we go out with our knees, and this allows us to come straight up and down, so it's taking pressure off of any particular joint. Again, if we do this, we're putting weird pressure on those knees, so if you have bad knees, really focus on pushing those knees out. That's going to take off some pressure when you start putting your weight in weird positions and shifting. It's your whole body can support itself when we come straight up and down. So we're going to come down, our chest is up, we're going to come down as straight as possible, and we're just going to come up in that jump and come back down into that squat. And if nothing else, you can just do body weight squats. The next thing is our double under. As you know, I usually don't demo it just because it's not going to do much for you if I'm just jump roping here. So a few things to keep in mind when you're doing double unders. It is a rhythm. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And in order to get that rhythm, to get that jump rope to go under twice, you're going to use your wrist. You're not using your arms to bring the jump rope around. It's just a wrist flick. So you're flicking the wrist. You want to hold the jump rope with the 3 fingers at the end of the handle, and it's flicking the wrist. You want to keep those elbows in and tight. You don't want to be coming out. No, Jesus on the cross movement here. So if we're not ready to do double unders, we can try to do a few double unders with some singles, or we can just go ahead and do singles, and that'll be 80 singles. Or if we don't have a jump rope, or we're not ready to jump rope, it's okay. We can do jumping taps. So we're gonna stimulate the jump roping movement by tapping twice on you can tap on your chest or on your side as you come up. Tap twice when you come down. And it's a good way to practice kind of getting that rhythm down for your double unders as well. V-ups. Get our abs in some more. So we're going to come up with our hands and our feet into a nice V position. Modifications with our knees, single leg, or leg raises. We want to keep our head off the ground. We want to really engage that core, not just moving our hips, and come up with that. So the last movement is going to be our Superman. So we're going to stay on the ground. We're going to come out into a nice Superman position like we're flying. We're going to keep our head up. We're going to come up with our hands and our legs at the same time. And we're going to hold for a second, come back down, hold for a second. You want to come up as high as you can at the same time. Modifications, just lifting those legs as high as you can. So, again, this is a great at-home workout. So, good luck. Let me know how you did.